Hello, chat.
Hello, everybody.
We'll just do it. We'll just see how it works out. Hopefully, things will be good because my internet is being a little bit special today.
This guy's internet is doing about as well as my fridge. My fridge is making the weird, expensive, smoky smells.
Oh dear. Oh dear,
So
oh dear.
do let me know if your internet catches fire, Disco.
I haven't seen any smoke yet.
Those days.
I have not yet seen any smoke. What could go wrong? Well, I mean, aforementioned smoke.
That's where we're starting. My house could burn down. I have unplugged the fridge, but I'm going to get to poke around looking for possibly user correctable faults because it's coming from possibly the light. So, worst case scenario, I can just cut the fucking light out of the circuit.
You know, it's probably not the light.
It's probably not the light.
It's probably.
But
not
yes,
the
it's
light.
making the expensive blue smoke smells.
Okay, apparently you were a little on the quiet side, so I'm going to just turn you up just a little bit. Please don't blow my eardrums out.
No, I can't make any promises.
Okay, I've turned Bezek up a little bit because he's coming through Discord. So we're trying to do Discord sounds and blah, 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 blah. So we can tweak. We can tweak sound levels.
Discord really needs to figure out how to break out different Discord sounds. Like, if you do a screen share and try and record Discord through OBS, you get the voice chat and the screen share through the same channel.
I know. That one confused me the other week where I'm like, everybody's like, there's a weird kind of shh noise, and I'm like, it's not me.
It's just a little power washing in the corner. Oh dear.
I don't know how the music levels are, chat. I've got music in the background again. Just I think sometimes we're
Oh,
a
you
little
know
bit
that
quiet.
you're going to be like, what music?
What music? I know it's coming through. I can see it on OBS. So don't nobody be bullshitting me. Monty, you lot.
Yeah.
You tell me you can't hear it, I'm gonna turn it right up. And you're gonna be like, we hear it now!
So, Disco,
Yes.
we've been invited to a party. A tea party.
Ooh. Oh, we got the Mad Harris tea party.
Yes, we
Is
are.
it my unbirthday? I think it's my unbirthday.
It can be your unbirthday. Apparently you get 364 of those a year. What? Oh god, it's making weird noises at me already. Right, because of course I have to jump into the level to invite Disco.
Apparently you're like
Turn on,
40% of me. Like 40% the volume of me. That doesn't sound right. You're on full whack. I mean...
No, what? Is OBS bouncing to the right places when I talk? Because I do know that Disco's been doing some dumb shit.
I know. Let me just check where... Well, it should be, because it's coming out my headphones.
Yeah.
Audio input
Goodness
capture,
knows
that's
what
me.
OBS is connected to.
Audio output capture. Okay, let's try you here. Try speaking.
Alrighty, just saying weird things for the purposes of testing. Who do we have in chat while... So I can talk while this guy's looking at things. We have the Little Green Martian, the Lord Inquisitor Hector Rex, Arve, and we've got Skip, of course, and we also have Sir Prime hanging out, and LGM hanging out on the other stream. Welcome, one and all, to tech support with Bezek and Disco.
Pretty much.
It could be worse. It could be that Trim could be here. We could be doing tech support for Trim.
Well, if I turn that off...
Then all of a sudden OBS or Discord will just change its mind, and the next thing you know, chat's screaming that their ears are bleeding.
I might also have turned the music up, though.
Possibly. So I have sent you the invite, Disco.
I think you did, yes.
Yes.
You did indeed.
Good.
Okay,
Oh,
let me know
Disco,
how
this
that
is cool.
is. Let me know how that is. I think I might have to turn the music down a little bit elsewhere. Because we don't actually want too loud of music. Music
Yes,
supposed to
hello.
kind of complement us a little bit.
Is this what you were hoping for, Disco?
Hang on. I had to
Yeah.
tap out to try and deal with sound level. I don't know
of
why you
course.
were so quiet.
Yeah.
I think potentially when I don't know, Skip's not talking about something else. Ooh,
Yeah.
oh, giant table.
Yeah. Yes, but the first thing we've got to test is Aww! Fucking invisible walls.
Oh, we can't
Grumble,
jump up.
grumble, grumble.
Oh.
What
See
in
if we can get
the
over
devil's
them.
name is this? A pocket watch. That's a weird fucking pocket watch. Oh, the Mad Hatter is messaging me. I'm sure that's done with the same level of glorious writing quality as all the rest of the text messages are. And there's flies. There's flies at this tea party.
You'd be very happy. It'd be very funny if it was somebody's birthday. It's not, though.
No. Yeah, this is starting to look like my kitchen sink. No, it looks far better than my kitchen sink. What do we got here?
Right, people will
Gramophone.
have to let me know how loud Bezek is now, because, well... According to OBS, he's almost in the red.
Yeah, that's always helpful. Oh, Skip says it's good. There you go.
Whee! I must have twiddled with it when I was putting the music on.
Yep. Yeah. You twiddled the wrong twiddle.
I did twiddle the wrong twiddle. I did indeed.
So we have to pressure wash the cups.
The cups.
I'm reasonably sure those could go in a dishwasher.
I mean, maybe there's just not a dishwasher big enough.
Possibly. But one thing that does concern me is apparently we're pressure washing a tablecloth.
Why not?
Oh, Jesus.
Not a happy bitch.
Someone's not having a good time.
Not a happy bitch. She's like, stop putting me on the potty! She's potty training. And so she's like, stop sitting me on the pot! I don't need to poop!
Are you finding out that cats are easier?
The puppy was he was difficult when we got him, especially because when we got him I was about 4 months pregnant, and so you know you pretty much got to take a puppy outside every 2 to 4 hours to get them to go, so that you can praise the crap out of them when they do it. Well, It wasn't particularly fun dragging my pregnant ass out of bed at 2 and 4 in the morning. To drag the puppy outside.
Was that better or worse than finding the puppy up to its eyeballs in the cat's litter tray?
That was just kind of funny. He just got thrown in the bath. But I tell you what he did do when he was a puppy. He learned that he didn't quite like it when he pooped in his crate, because then he had to sit in his poop, right?
Until someone noticed, yep.
So he didn't quite like it when he accidentally pooped in the wrong place. And so what he started doing, and it's actually quite smart, considering he was a 3-month-old puppy or something at the time. He would put his bum hole between the bars of the crate, and he would poop out of the bars. And onto whatever was near the crate.
Oh no.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a good time is being had.
It sounds like a horrendous time is being had, indeed.
Yes. So, how is chat today?
Hopefully chat's doing better than we are. Because otherwise it might actually be on fire at this moment.
Yes. Indeed. Indeed. Wander here, maybe? This thing's apparently still got dirt on it. I don't know where. On the sugar pot.
Yeah.
Skip says, my father's dog tried taking his place on the sofa once when she was a puppy. Father sat down and the puppy got out of the way with haste and tried it again.
Oh dear.
Poor dog.
Yeah. Prime says he got cookies from a neighbour and he's got Jim Beam and Coke. He's good. Excellent. Unfortunately, my beer is rapidly warming up. It's also 5:20 in the morning, so it's not the best time to start drinking, so I probably won't. I have things to do today, unfortunately.
It may not be the best time, but, you know.
I mean, I have done so before.
It depends.
But
It depends how much you like the stories that I have the story I have brought today. You might be drinking by the end of that.
Strong enough for that story.
I mean, I think you've probably guessed what it is.
Chat, yes. Chat gets to experience what my fucking DMs are like when I wake up in the morning.
It's like, morning, Bezek. Here's a black pill. He's like, morning.
Morning, desk guy.
I do occasionally send you memes.
But there was one time, though, where every time I saw the drop-down notification on my phone, Discord here, and then something.jpg, was like, oh no. That was a rough couple of weeks for news.
Why am I washing? I'm pressure washing cheese.
Why are we pressure washing cheese?
Oh no. So, Lord Inquisitor Hector Rick says, so send Bezek memes. I do sometimes send him memes. He's gonna be happy. Hopefully next week when we start weekly Whitefill, because then we'll have like a palate cleanser before all
that will be very nice. I was looking forward to that this week, but somebody's still sick.
We did kind of spring it on too much short notice, to be fair.
Yes, he did. But it's funnier if we blame him.
Yeah, we can still blame him. But it was short noise. It's like, Trim, you need to draw this thing. He's like, okay. Fine.
Well, he was offering to draw things, but we're like, oh, Trim, in that case, draw this.
I hear squeaky noises. Maybe in the other room, she's like,
we all hear squeaky noises.
She's not squealing. She's just squeaking.
Yeah, this is... She has a lot to say, does that one?
Maybe it's French cheese. I mean, it could be French cheese, but I still don't understand why we're brushing it.
I don't know. I can see disco and the cheese, but I don't see the cheese waving a white flag, so it's probably not French. Just a little bit of the old casual style.
Lord Christopher says, need Katie noises. You will probably get Katie noises. He is around. I don't know where, though. But he normally invites himself in at some point. Especially he's like, oh my god, your lab is empty.
Prime says that he knows if he sent memes to me when Prime's at work, I'd be asleep and be mad. Oh, no.
I'm just going to get out of the game. I'm going to have to download the data.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, for Prime, that's fine. But Disco is going to need an invite back to the game.
Yes, please. I think my...
That should be on its way.
It may have
Yeah, the stream's back. It just shrunk for a second. Just a little bit, yeah.
I think it'll be okay. Although it says it's not receiving enough video. Well, I mean, I'm sending you the same amount of video as usual, YouTube. I have a feeling that my game may have just shot itself slightly.
Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Yeah, it reminds me of the infinite ongoing trouble I have trying to get Rumble to accept frigging streams sometimes. It's absolutely lovely.
I don't actually think it's YouTube. I'm fairly sure it's the internet. Like the last couple of days, it's just been like... Suddenly it will just go really slow, and then you go and you look, and the internet company's like, don't know what you're talking about. Your internet's fine. And it's like, that's really weird because I can't open a webpage. It's not like I don't pay you enough for it.
Well, apparently in Australia, it's acceptable for our national broadband network to have 4 dropouts per day. They don't investigate if it's less than that. And I'm sitting here going, excuse me, fucker? I make half my money on the internet.
And then they'll be like, oh, well, you should pay us 10 times more for business.
Yeah, which they still don't maintain. Because this is the same company that last year broke literally half the country. For 12 hours. Allegedly because they fucked up SSL or DNS or something. You know, the thing that's supposed to pay people not to fuck up.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they just don't care.
Oh,
They're like, yeah, you're gonna give us your money anyway, fucker. It's like, thanks.
Yeah, I fucking love monopolies. I went on a rant yesterday about monopolies. But, like, monopoly breaking is like the one use of government power that I'm okay with. Because there's so many monopolies in Australia that need to be broken.
I feel like I'm at the wrong end of the table. I got loaded back in at your end of the table.
Yep. Prime says Big Stick Theodore. Was old Teddy Roosevelt the big monopoly breaker, was he? Yeah, Australia needs some monopolies broken up. Like we've got we had only two supermarket chains worth talking about before Aldi arrived.
Wow.
And then we had an independent grocers union thing as well, but no, it was really just two companies until IGA showed up, and now we've got, what the hell is it called? I don't know, because I don't need to buy rice in 100 kilo packets. It's the American membership based one.
I don't know.
Costco, that's it.
Lord says, I'm on the phone with my internet trying to get a refund and I'm pulling my hair. They're just hours. Was it like 4 or 5 months ago? We'd ended up out of contract with them. Like, and suddenly they're like, oh, so we've charged you like 5 times your normal bill, and we're like, well, we'd really like to not be charged 5 times our normal bill. Could we be put back in the contract? And they're like, yeah, but it's gonna be like another month before we can put you back on the contract, because we need a month's notice for you ending the non-contract that you're on now. And so we ended up paying like 3 or 4 months of like this 5 times the normal bill money, because they were just faffing about.
Yeah, when my NBN connection was having massive issues that I kept you guys all thoroughly updated on. I ended up being on the phone with them so much it got to the point where I was very politely but insistently like, no, you need to fix this. I'm not interested in excuses you have had. No, I can't say that on YouTube, given the current management, but technicians of a specific kind from a specific geographical area outside of Australia. I've had them around 5 times. The connection box in the pit down the road has been fully replaced. And yet somehow my internet is still dropping out enough that you guys admit it's a problem. And they're like, oh, we can upgrade you to a direct to the home fibre connection. I'm like, cool, and you're going to do that for free, right? Yes, they say.
Oh, they're just absolutely ridiculous. At one point they were like, oh, we can put you back on the contract, but it'd be twice as much as it was before. And we were like, well, we can see the rate on your website, and that ain't how much it is. And they're like, oh, no, but that's not for you. It's like, that's not for existing customers. Yours is twice as much. It's like, I'm gonna be an ex-customer in a minute.
Yep.
And then eventually they did find one that was actually that price, weirdly enough. But they had to be really kind of like pushed into it, because they were just like, oh no, yours are gonna be like twice as much. I'm like, I'm literally looking at the price on the website now. And they're like, no, that's for new customers. But ones that you're not scamming out of 5 times as much as the bill used to be. Well, I'm gonna be an ex-customer in a minute if somebody doesn't get me a decent price. And they were like, well, we found a special package. I'm like, yeah.
And yeah, I think I've still got the discount that I talked them into going. I got I got the upgrade for free. I got all the new equipment for free. I got a massive. I basically got 3 months of service for free, and then I got a continuing discount. So, turns out that being politely insistent can achieve great things.
Yeah, you pretty much have to be like it really does encourage. It encourages people to be like Karen-like, because if you just go on and you're super polite and you're just like, you don't cause a fuss at all, they will just take the piss, and you'll end up paying so much more money than if you go on there and you're just like, no, actually, this is not acceptable. Like, who can I speak to get this sorted? And eventually they're like, oh, it turns out we do have a package. It's like, yeah, I thought you did. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So maybe you could stop charging me the out of contract rates and get me on that contract, which I was on before.
Yep. No, Skip, not the technicians of Glorious Leader G. The technicians of the kind Lord Inquisitor Rex there's talking about. I had them out to the house 4 times, and I was frigging thrilled to have them traipsing through the house. Absolutely thrilled, because it needed technicians to come into the house 4 bloody times to figure out that their wiring was faulty. And then the one Australian guy who showed up, he even went down the road to replace the whole pit, the connection pit to the actual network. And even then, they still hadn't resolved my problems. And every time they're like, "Oh, we've closed your case, so you need to open a new one through the app, and then we'll call you." It's like, why the hell aren't you leaving it open? Well,
so
we know why. It's all about resolution times. Well, no, you haven't resolved it because my internet still doesn't pissing work.
Oh, bureaucracy. Nothing annoys me more than fucking bureaucracy. You know, I seen a fantastic video the other day, and it was so simple, but it was just like, we all want to be this man. He had taken his wheelie bin, and I'm assuming it was like into the local council offices or something. He just fucking wheels it in there, and I'm assuming he either didn't need this bin anymore, or like he was told that he wasn't to have this bin anymore or something. But he taken it down to this office, and he literally just fucking wheels it in, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I've been told like I'm not having this bin anymore." But I've been told that they're not coming to pick it up until the end of summer. Like, and I'm not storing this thing for free for you people for 2 months. So here you go. And they're like, but you need to phone that. No, I don't need to phone nobody. I'm done going around in circles with you people. I'm not storing it for free for 2 months. Nobody's paying me to store it, so you guys can store it. Good luck. And he just fucking leaves it and walks off.
Well, what can they do to him? It's not like he littered. He just gave them their property back.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not storing it for 2 months. And I was just like, yes, we all wanted to. It's just one finger up to the bureaucracy. Because that's what they do. It's round and round and round in fucking circles, and everything is at your fucking
tell me about
detriment.
Because every time they closed the case, immediately after they sent the technician around, because it's like, oh no, we'll close the case and then you get back if it's not resolved. It's like, no, how about you make sure it is bloody resolved? No, give me a case manager who will frigging sit there and watch my connection until it frigging works. But no, 5 fucking times or something, they close the case. Every time I'm calling back going, my internet's not working. Oh, yes, this is Rajesh. Sorry, Roger. and I'd like to do
no,
troubleshooting steps.
I am David.
Yes.
How may I be helping you today? Hello, David.
And every time they're reading the script going, oh, have you tried turning off your ad? No. I'm not doing this troubleshooting again. This is the 3rd time I've had to call. I've been on the phone. I've had people out. The problem's still not fixed, and I did the troubleshooting the first time. Go look at the case records. I'm not freaking unplugging my router for the 37th time.
Oh,
what
that
the
does.
Fuck do you think I did the first fucking time I had the issue?
This also drives me wild because, like, you phone them up and you got to go through the whole thing with the first person, and they're like, I can't help you with this. Let me put you through to my colleague. Okay, so then the colleague picks up the phone, and then you've got to explain the whole goddamn fucking thing again. And then they're like,
and then they send you
I
back
can't
to the
fix
first
that
team.
for you. Let me just, and then you end up bouncing back and forth between like 2 or 3 different teams, and you're like, somebody's got to fucking stop. I'm seeing a papa.
I hear a bummer.
She said bed and also mummy.
Well, I ain't going to bed right now.
I know that.
Hello, baby. Right, let me put Bezek cam on a second.
No, gotta say goodbye to Bubba on the way to bed, do we?
Well, it's more that she's gonna want to cuddle, and I can't power wash and. Where's Bezek cam? Bezek cam on. There we go. Right, we got some Bezek cam on. For a second, I'm still here though. Right, you come here.
Hello, Baba.
Hello, Boo. No, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Yes.
She had a wee on the floor twice.
On the floor.
She hasn't pooped yet.
Did you do tinkle on the floor?
She's been somewhat okay.
We're not supposed to tinkle on the floor.
She just doesn't want to poo. And then she said bed and boo boo.
Are you tired? You can't have any of that. Don't put my headphone on out. You want to say hello to chat? You can be like, hello chat.
Hello, Gracie. You might not be able to hear me. Hello, Gracie.
Oh, she might. What's this? Here. Can you hear Bezek?
Hello, Gracie. I can hear Bezek. Hello, Gracie. Say hi, Gracie.
She's just looking
No.
at me like, who's this disembodied voice?
What is this weird Australian man doing here? How did you get an Australian man inside your computer?
Why is there, why is there a man in the PC? Are you tired, Boo, huh?
Well, she's worked hard peeing all over the floor.
Oh, she's just learning, aren't you? You're just
Yeah.
learning. You'll get there. Eventually, you'll get there.
Mm.
You're tired.
Apparently,
and
there's a
bored.
whole country of like 1.5 billion people that haven't learned yet. So, yeah, plenty of time for Gracie.
Hopefully, it won't take. Look, Martin says, waiting for kitty noises. I actually do not know where George has gone.
Uh-oh.
But there is Bubba
A quiet
noises.
cat is a concerning cat.
Hopefully, he's napping somewhere and not causing mayhem.
He's just dreaming about causing mayhem, hopefully.
Yeah, she's been alright.
You'll have to take her back when she goes to sleep.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll take her to bed when she's
Right, if you're gonna sit quietly there, I may be able to switch back to my.
Ooh. You've just been quietly sat on,
Ah,
have you?
No. No, don't be touching the keyboard. She went for a walk today and she did the walking. And
She walked!
I
Well
had
done,
her-
Gracie.
normally I would take her in the pram. Took the pram alongside her and she was just toddling
She just
along
happily
down
wandered along, did she? Aw.
really toddling along. Looking at everything. She's like, car, wanting to poke the parked cars. And she's like poking the walls and she's poking the bushes and the grass and she's just like, I'm just gonna touch everything.
Now, the cars aside, it makes me feel for those kids from the last 4 years who've not been allowed to touch a goddamn thing.
Well, thankfully it
Oh,
was only
it
the
might
parked
give them
cars
the
she was trying to
diseases.
touch.
It's a bonus. But like, I understand that people get less than impressed if there are jammy little fingers all over their cars, but as for all the other things like the grass and the trees and the walls, yeah, there are parents that, well, there were parents that freaked out before the big C, but after that, like, well, there was that video of that woman whose kid was trying to pump hand wash out of
I know.
freaking plants.
That's so sad.
It's like, congratulations, you've given a kid a psychosis and it's only 2.
Yep. Skip says, time to prepare for sleep. Slept 6 to 10 last night. Not very pleasant. Well, have a good one, Skip.
Yeah, nicely, yep. What is sleep?
Well, I don't
How's it
think you
going?
do very much of it.
No. Certainly not at the appropriate hours, that's for sure.
Well, that's what you get for being on the wrong side of the globe.
Well, I'm trying to go to America, but nowadays they won't just let in anybody. I should have flown to Mexico before the Great Orange Manning.
You probably should have done.
Two Electric Boogaloo.
Definitely should have done. Skip says sleep is for people without internet access.
It does seem to be the case, sir.
It does seem to be. That seems to be true.
That's in fact my exact problem right this second. Oh dear.
Right.
Why is this gramophone so big?
Well, you're really, apparently really tiny.
It's just annoying me at this point. Ooh, something's been cleaned.
I think it was the jug. Yes, it was the jug.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Really? Yeah.
The bubble? Bubbles and no. I need that in so I can hear Bezek. Can't pull that out of my ear, darling. She found the box with all the Christmas bubbles in it, and now she keeps being like, "Where's the bubbles? Want the bubbles? Want the bubbles? Want the bubbles?"
Oh no!
Want the bubbles? Want the bubbles?
But oh no, there's apparently going to be lots of bubbles in Power Wash Simulator 2.
She doesn't even really like tantrum for things. She's just really insistent. She's just like, want the bubbles, 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 want the bubbles. Like, shut up!
Silence, you small one.
Well, LGM says, more bubbles for a Bezek bath. Yes, we'll get them nice and soapy.
Nah. Bathing is for the weak. I'm sure Gracie agrees. Oh, Blade's popped in, hello.
Hi, Blade. Not the mama. Not the mama. Oh, so apparently the wait is over for Snow White.
No, and apparently
it's worse than
a complete disaster.
Apparently, it's even worse than we thought it was gonna be.
Speaking of things that are even worse than we thought it would be, apparently Assassin's Creed Johnny Somali Stimulator has also been a complete and utter disaster. Actually, we've had the American weekend now. We looked at their Steam DB for that on Sultan's, but I was with the Americans on Saturday night yet, so we didn't have the charts for concurrent players.
Wait, you were gonna have to go back with your Tata if you're gonna start climbing.
So, the weekend peak for Assassin's Creed Johnny Somali Simulator is 64,825. Nothing.
That's a bit poo.
Oh dear.
Right, stop touching the microphone. Thank you. Are you gonna have to go?
Every single finger.
Go with Dada. This isn't baby ASMR time. Go on, cheer.
It could be.
Maybe we need to switch tags to disco. Just stick the microphone next to Gracie, call it baby ASMR noises, and walk away.
Yeah, maybe. Like, there you go, chat. There's some baby ASMR noises. I'll see you in 10 minutes. She'll just be like, poke, poke, poke.
Yep.
Right. Does Bezek smell? I mean, he will do if we don't put soap on him.
What the?
I think I hear the cat.
Did you find the cat?
No, but I hear it.
Is it? Was it up here?
I don't know. I was just cleaning this frog. Lord Inquisitor says, our expectations were low, but man. Yeah, apparently it was...
I do not see a kitty up here anymore, at least.
Apparently it was really bad. Like, yes, our expectations were low, but they managed to get below them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Disney successfully, even the professional morons that are known as critics, weren't thrilled. Apparently they removed all the songs and blah 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 blah.
The one thing we can say is, I mean, Rachel Zegler wasn't lying.
This is true. She's just an insufferable cow.
Apparently they were like, Mocha Brown and the 7 CGI abominations. Well, you know, apparently she's not Snow White because she had skin as white as snow. Oh, no. Her name is Snow White because she survived a snowstorm when she was young.
Yeah, born in a snowstorm or some crap. That which is interesting because I don't recall 3/4 of Europeans being named Snow. Or Winter.
What a ridiculous fucking...
It's...
The prince isn't a prince, he's a fucking bandit. He's a revolutionary bandit.
Yeah.
And they get round the kiss by singing a song randomly before the kiss, saying, like, promise to wake me with a kiss. If I ever, get randomly poisoned by an apple or something and end up, like, in a deep coma, please wake me up with a kiss, just in case that really unlikely scenario should happen. But look, it did happen. Well, it's a good job we pre-consented to it.
Yeah. Lord Inquisitor Rex says, what happened to the lips as red as blood? Well, if they referenced that, people might have been like, well, what about the other parts of the description in the Grimm fairy tale? Skin as white as snow. Her hair wasn't even dark enough. Her hair is supposed to be black as coal.
They didn't even, like...
Or something. Black as ebony.
I didn't even understand. I mean, I haven't watched the whole thing. I've just seen clips of it. But, like, I see there's bits of her singing where she's got her long hair. And it's like, what? But Snow White had, like, a bob.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, they, like, clip it up. And it's like...
Well, maybe it had something to do with the 50 million reshoots after they realised that people think that she's an insufferable cow.
Maybe. They should have just reshot it with her not in it. Actually, no, they should have just cancelled the whole movie. It's so bad. Like, I've only heard the rundown of the movie, and, like, it just sounds like they just completely, like, shit on the original.
Well, apparently in this version she was being treated like essentially a slave, and then she gets sent out of the castle on some bullshit errand into the wilderness, and then the girl being treated like a slave to go out into the wilderness gets her princess dress. Like, she was wearing fucking rags cleaning the castle, and then to go on this frigging errand she's suddenly in her princess dress.
Just stupid. Just stupid. What happened to the Snow Brown? Yeah, pretty much. Just.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know what Disney thought they were doing. Like, this is the movie that fucking made you. Like, why have you taken a gigantic dump all over it?
Because she's watched all the other actresses get away with it, clearly.
But it wouldn't just have been her. Like, she's an insufferable little twat, and I'm not gonna make any fucking excuses for her, but, like, she's not the writer. Like, well, the writers
the writers are just like her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The writers are just as bad as she is. She's getting all the flag, but she didn't write it.
No, she's the one who went on TV and
sure,
insulted the audience. So, but yeah, everyone involved in the production's an idiot.
Yep.
Apparently even Gal Gadot underperformed.
Well, she was probably just
probably
like...
understandable.
I mean, I don't know if you probably watched the video that I posted where, you know, she said it was almost like porn acting. Like, she just looked so uncomfortable. And it's like, she probably was uncomfortable. She's like, this is a fucking career ender, this one.
Yeah.
She probably was uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, she wasn't jealous of her looks, though. That's... they've rewritten that. The mirror meant that she was the most communist of them all because she was fair.
Yeah, she was the most fair and just, which is dumb on the face of it. Are they implying that the fairest, most just, most kind, most communist person used to be the fucking queen?
I don't understand why the queen would be, because apparently she's basically like a caricature of what they think Donald Trump is, and so, you know, it's like, well, the queen was never fair in that sense,
no,
because
she
she purposefully took everybody's stuff, and it's like, so she knows that she's not the fairest of them all in that sense. She was obviously asking the mirror who's the prettiest, and the mirror is like, no, Snow White. She's like way more fair than you, like, because she's basically a little commie. And the queen's like, what do you mean she's fairer than me? Well, obviously she's fairer than you, because, like, you know, she's a commie.
Exactly, and under communism, you all starve to death equally.
Mirror was a diversity hire. It just sounds utterly... It sounds even more ridiculous than they promised it would be.
Oh, you think it sounds ridiculous so far? The
Yes.
7 magic forest creatures still make a fucking appearance. Including the token dwarf hire. The one dwarf that got a fucking bit part out of this instead of 7 dwarves who could have got leading fucking roles because Peter Dinklage had to pull up the stepping stool behind him.
He's just the worst.
He's such a piece of shit. Honestly, one of these days he is going to get fucking jumped in a car park by a bunch of dwarf actors.
I know, like...
That's going to be fucking hilarious.
We could have had 7 really fucking famous dwarven actors now.
Yep. Like, that could have been a career starter for 7 dwarf actors. But no, Peter Dinklage had to pull up the fucking steppy stool.
What an asshole.
Yeah. He's such a scumbag. But yeah, no, these fuckers could have had major speaking roles in a Disney production, but no, Peter Dinklage had to open his evil little mouth.
And apparently, from what the review that I was listening to, like, the dwarf parts, like, the writing for the dwarves was actually pretty decent, like, and so, you know, really could have made the career for 7 people, but nope, can't be having dwarves play dwarves. Like,
Gary Jim, hello. Welcome. Says a group of 7 midget wrestlers ambush him.
I hope so.
After it first came out, Disney's like, oh yeah, we're not gonna do the dwarf parts. Oh, there was a actual WWE dwarf going who had things to say about Dinklage. I bet he actually would have done some dwarf tossing in a car park.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, it would have been, but what a piece of shit. 7 leading fucking roles out the fucking window. And apparently they got, like, got fucking midgets to voice the dwarves, or some shit.
But they couldn't be on screen.
Yeah. But they could voice them, but they couldn't be on screen, and that's somehow not discriminatory. Oh, you're not good enough to be on screen, they say to the
You're too
midgets.
short. You're too short
Yeah.
to be on screen. Oh god, it's just ridiculous.
Oh dear. Hey, Disco. Noughts or crosses?
Crosses.
Excellent, it's your turn.
My turn?
Yes, someone left a game here for us to play.
Oh, that's squirrely.
I recommend the red one. Look. It must be your turn for the crosses. Well, that really only leaves me one choice. I think that's a draw.
Yes.
Disappointingly.
It does appear to
Oh, the only way to win is to not to play.
Places returns from exploding Navi. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, Dave. Now, we were talking about how Peter Dinklage is going to get jumped in a car park by 7 midgets one of these days, and he's going to fucking deserve it.
Yeah, he is. He's absolutely going to deserve it. What an asshole.
Yeah. But how the hell else are they meant to get a start in their career? No,
I guess they could play a big person.
Yeah.
Did you play big people? No, you didn't, you stupid tosser.
But it's like, oh, but my role is not because I was a midget. Like, you absolutely were hired because you looked funny. But no, could have had 7 of them. Brand new roles. Major roles with their faces on screen. Could have been the career starter. 7 of them. And now, nothing. Oh, they were just voices, so no one's ever going to recognise them. No, if it hadn't been for Peter Dinklage, they could have walked into any fucking casting room after that, and they would have been like, oh, well, you were in the Disney Snow White live action. Yeah, you can have the part, but no. They can't have a fucking career because Peter Dinklage had to do it the hard way, so the lying shit says. Oh, I didn't take advantage of being a dwarf. Sure you didn't.
Uh-huh. Shut up, Peter Dinklage.
He's such a toss bag. Yeah, Dave says, life isn't fair, best to deal with that on its terms, instead of trying to change reality to accommodate your illusions. Yeah, absolutely, but the worst part is, oh, it's discrimination or whatever to take advantage of them for the Snow White production, the evil Snow White production.
I know, imagine giving them money to play dwarves.
God forbid you give 7 dwarves Disney fucking money. God forbid.
And it's not like they're being, like, kidnapped off the street and, like, shoved in the production. Like, it would be 7 dwarves that wanted the fucking role.
If I was a dwarf and I wanted to get into acting, and someone's like, oh yeah, you can be in a live-action Disney Snow White, I'd be like, yes. I need no further details, yes.
Yeah.
I don't care. Let's sign the contracts right fucking now.
Yeah, because even if it's shit, like it was, like, if you do well in that movie as an actor, it doesn't matter that the movie overall was a bit shitly written, because it's going to have a lot of eyeballs on it. And people are still going to come away and go, oh, the story was shit. But I tell you what, like, that guy that played this, he was fucking phenomenal.
And like, even without that, for the rest of their lives, they could have said, I was in the Disney live action Snow White. And people have been like, oh, wow. But no, that piece of shit deprived 7 dwarves from the role of a lifetime because he's a fucking stool puller.
Yeah, he fucking pulled the steppy stool in behind him.
Like Prime says, typecasting characters isn't new and is there for some reason in the story or script. Well, of course it isn't new, and typecasting serves a point. It's just like tropes or stereotypes. It's so you don't have to spend more time than necessary doing world building. If we didn't have typecastings and tropes and stereotypes, you'd have to spend... Every movie would be 7 fucking hours long because you'd spend the first 3 explaining the fucking side characters' personalities. It's like when actors get, like, you got John Wayne, for example. Someone tells you, oh yeah, here we're gonna watch this old movie, John Wayne's in it. You immediately know what the character's going to be like. It's just shorthand that directors used to use so their audiences could skip the 3 hours of fucking world building it'd take otherwise.
Yeah.
It's much
have you
like
considered pulling the steppy stool up?
No, I hadn't actually, because I'm not an evil little git. But
I already made Bezek cross, and this wasn't even the story I wanted to discuss.
Like, I just get so annoyed on behalf of those poor little dwarven actors.
Yeah.
They were ripped off. They could have had their faces on a big screen with the name Disney attached.
Could have done. But now they just get to live in Peter Dinklage's tiny shadow.
Mm-hmm. And they can never get a job just for being a dwarf.
I'm sorry, but how are you going to... I mean, how are you... What are you going to play? If you're not playing a dwarf, as a dwarf, then what are you going to play? A child? I mean, I would think that would be worse, no? To be like, oh, you got to pretend to be a child instead of a dwarf, like you are. Like, and I'm pretty sure that Peter Dinklage played a dwarf!
Me too. And even if he didn't specifically, even if being a dwarf wasn't a big part of the character, I guarantee he was hired because having a dwarf character is funny. But can't have that golden ticket to fame. Like, the actors used to dream of getting a
there's
Disney
the cat.
role.
I found the cat. The cat's on the back of the
You
chair.
found the cat? Really? Where's
Yeah.
the disco? Oh, I've lost disco. Oh, fucking hell. I apparently I missed the whole fucking giant cat. Well, regular sized cat.
He's on the back of the chair.
Kitty! Kitty! Wait,
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
kitty! Kitty. I am actually... I sprayed the kitty. It didn't notice.
Well, Jan says, Cheshire kitty time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where King George is. He must still be asleep. Right, let me bring up the article that I wanted to... Where are we? Let's put it on here.
Yeah. It's a very strange cat, LGM.
Chrome.
A very strange cat.
There we go. It's like on screen, like thinking and everything. Primary school cancels Easter service out of respect for diversity, but will celebrate Refugee Week.
What the fuck is wrong with England, Disco? You can't have fucking Easter, but oh no, you can have a whole fucking refugee week.
You can't have Easter. In fact, let me just go to here, because this was the letter apparently that was sent out, right? Dear parents and carers. As we approach the spring season, I would like to inform you about an important update regarding the school's traditional Easter celebrations. So normally they do celebrate them, right? It's not like it's a school that just doesn't bother. This is something that the kids normally do. After careful consideration, and discussion with our school community, we have decided not to hold the Easter Bonnet Parade or the Easter service this year. This decision has been made in the spirit of inclusivity and respect for the diverse religious beliefs represented within our school community. Right.
Yeah, Christianity bad. I've got it.
So, we're saying that there's more than one religion here, and therefore we're going to cancel this particular religion's, important celebrations.
I think it's... Are they going to celebrate Ramadan or Eid or whatever it is?
They more than likely did, yeah. So
of course they will.
I mean, I would say you could maybe understand if they just said, look, we're not going to celebrate any religious thingies, and, you guys could do that in your own time. We're just not going to do any of them. But even then, you're still accommodating people who...
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of people commenting on it. You've got the Sikhs going, no, absolutely, the Christians should have their own thing. The Hindus are going, no, the Christians should definitely have their Easter. So I wonder who they're accommodating.
I guarantee it's not the children, because I would put money on the Muslim kids being disappointed that they don't get chocolate either. No, it's all about... I guarantee that the principal's a white woman, possibly a lesbian, and has too many cats.
Well, it's just they wonder why. They're gonna be like, oh, the far right are getting a bit uppity, and it's like, I wonder why the quote unquote far right keep getting annoyed. I wonder why they're getting angry. They're not imagining this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This being with too much pussy.
But yeah, I can't imagine why they're getting upset. It's not like you aren't saying that they can't celebrate their fucking holidays. They can't have their countries. They need to make all these accommodations for a bunch of people who've done nothing for them. Because, you've got to do this for the refugees and that for the refugees. But at the same time, have you considered...
No. Have you considered no?
Yeah. But it's like... you can't have... What is it? This healthy start grant for your baby because you earn more than a quarter of the minimum wage. I think that's what it worked out to when we were talking about disco.
Yeah.
A quarter or a third of the minimum wage is too much to qualify for fucking healthy food vouchers for a kid.
Yeah, I was above the minimum, the maximum earning to get it. They were just like, they were like, oh yeah, you should definitely be able to get this. And, she sent me a hunt on it. And then they were like, when I applied for it, they were like, no. And I said to her, they just keep answering me back. And she was like, oh, they did. Oh yeah, you do earn too much. And I'm just like, that's fucking ridiculous.
How could I possibly fucking earn too much? And that's why Disco's here, fundraising. But I've been doing research into the assorted programs that different countries have to help with raising families for a sequel to Disco's lovely article. What was your article, Disco?
The price of parenthood. Talking about Karens being all like, if you can't afford to feed your kid, you shouldn't be breeding. It's like everybody's fucking poor Karen, calm down.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't have our own kids, then the government will import our replacements.
Yeah. So I'm writing a sequel article that's looking at the assistance of our families in Australia, the UK, and I'm about to start on America.
Excellent.
So, and I start the article off with basically a page on why taxation is evil and basically what Disco just said. If the local, it's even in italics and everything. If the poors aren't having the 2.1 kids, well, the government's going to find them somewhere. And I guarantee the people they're finding who are going to be perfectly happy to pump out 8 kids aren't going to pay any fucking tax. The poors at least pay a little tax, Karen. Like 15 fucking % of every goddamn thing you buy.
I think what Karen often fails to realize is, you know, one, a lot of the time you've actually worked up until the point that you've had the child, but also that child is then going to spend an entire lifetime paying their tax.
Well, the government needs to prop up the glorious Ponzi scheme that is the GDP. And to do that, they need kids. And if the government wants you to breed, they should bloody well pay for it in the first place.
How much tax are your cats gonna pay, Karen? Huh? How much tax are your cats gonna pay?
How much tax is Muhammad and his wife Muhammad and their 7 sons, also named Muhammad, and the daughter, who's not with the family anymore, and apparently it's something to do with the sons misbehaving. But how much tax do you reckon they're going to pay, Karen? How much tax? The square root of less than fuck all? Interesting.
Seems about right. Graduate says, Disco, did you claim your luxury BMW from the state-funded disability car scam? I think that's pretty much bullshit, to be honest. I think some people have been like, oh, well, this person got one and I don't think they're very disabled, and therefore I'm gonna read about it. Like, yeah, I don't think having seen what the systems are like I cannot see that people are getting like cars and stuff they're not entitled to. Like, you gotta fucking squeeze everything out of them after filling in like 500 forms, and then like just no, I can't see them getting stuff that they're not entitled to.
I don't know. There's been an issue with rorting of our additional disability funding here in Australia, including things such as 7-day trips to the coast, sessions with lady professionals, and things like that, all on the taxpayer dime. Just, it's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not interested in being robbed to pay for this. Where is my government-funded lady friend 5 times a day? Oh, that's what we were talking about with that article last night on how, sexual pleasure is a human right. Okay, cool. I want a government-funded lady friend 5 times a day.
You want government?
If it's a right.
You want a government-funded STI?
Is it? Well, isn't that what all STIs are these days? Government-funded?
I guess so. Gresham says Grok indicates it was only new cars and about 20%. So 20% of new cars bought in the UK were state-funded.
Bloody hell.
I find that a difficult statistic to believe.
I wonder if what definition of state-funded they're using there, because they would not put it past me to have to watch hundreds of thousands of dollars be pissed up the wall by moronic government programs.
I mean, it is possible that we're giving those to the hotel guests, I suppose, because I mean apparently they can fucking driving lessons and everything. I mean, I know they help disabled people get like adapted cars and stuff, which kind of makes sense because, you know.
Now, see, if the thing is that the government was going to pay the difference in price between a non-adaptive car and an adaptive car, I don't think people would have issues with it. The issue is that people are having is when they get a luxury car and funded on the government. Like, I'm sorry, you needed a $60,000 car? No. You can have the cheapest freaking car that we can find if the government's funding it, so that the disabled people can go to medical appointments or something. You can have a $16,000 hatchback. You do not need a $60,000 car. Or whatever it is.
That's true. Although, again, I wouldn't be surprised if much of it's going to our guests. Like, because it's really funny. The government they've managed to get the whole fucking media spraying about this instead of paying attention to, you know, the boats. They're like, look over there. There's people on benefits. You know, and a lot of these figures that I'm seeing, I'm not saying that all of them are, but like a lot of the figures that I'm seeing, they include like pensions, and they're like, look at how many people are on benefits, and then it's like, whoop, pensions. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of retired people.
Oh, they do that here. X percentage of the government budget is on welfare. Yeah, the aged and the disability, like 2% of the fucking welfare budget is the unemployment.
And then, you know, there's obviously the disability, which is something they're taking aim at. They're like, oh, no, disabled people. Like, let's take their stuff, and they're flapping about with all that.
Like, if there's anyone that takes money should be spent on, it's the disabled. Not bloody foreigners.
But that's the thing, that was the whole point of the system in the first place. The second the disabled, and obviously, you know, the pensions that... In good faith, the pensioners paid into the pot on the understanding that they were going to get that pension at the end of it.
Well, that's something that... what thrills me is that the retirement age has actually been going up in Australia.
Oh yeah, it's going up here too.
It's so good. Oh, you work for 50 years and then they increase the retirement age. Fantastic.
It's alright, they'll just pick you up for your maid appointment at the end of your last shift.
Certainly seems to be going that.
Oh,
actually, you know what
here? Shh, hang on, guess who's here? Let me squeeze him.
George. Is it George?
George?
Make money noises, George.
George, make money noises. There we go.
Yes, there we go. Hello, George.
Yeah. You know what, I should really record him doing that. In fact, I had a recording of him meowing for that cat game that I made. I should put that as the donation noise, and then Black will just sit there all day to make the kitten meow. Black is donating. Meow. Black is donating. Meow. He'd be like, I can do this all day.
This guy's got a get rich quick scheme.
And she was like, Kitty! Play says, Black, it's your time to shine.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been... Let me talk about how shit Disco's government's benefits website is. Disco's government's benefit website is so fucking abysmal.
It's bad.
That if you ask it, what am I entitled to? They go, oh, have a look at this website developed by a fucking charity. Your payments and finder is... I hate to say that the Australian government does anything good, but at least if you want something from the benefits office in Australia, you can find it on the fucking benefits office website.
It's not even just the benefits, like, website. It's like the whole fucking government site. The whole lot of it. Like, the tax one's just as fucking convoluted.
Well, what I love is, like, I've been looking on it for this article I'm working on, and it's like, oh, there's this scheme, and if you're entitled, you can get this, and this. It's like, okay, and how do I find out if my hypothetical family I'm writing this article about is entitled to it? Oh, well, fuck you. Good luck finding that out. It's not anywhere on this fucking government website.
I guess. Graduate says, my taxes this year are 5 minutes until... I tell you what, next year I think I'm just gonna get a fucking accountant. Because Like, although I didn't earn like that much with having the baba, and was just like, okay, I could probably just do the taxes myself, and I did manage to do them myself, in all fairness. But like, there's just so many bullshit questions on the form where you're like, and it's like, are you this, that, not, you know, just like the checkboxes at the end of a website where they're like, check this box to not maybe receive marketing emails, and you're like, which one do I do?
It, especially being self-employed makes it harder as well. Like, I know in Australia, if you get a tax professional to do it, they basically just take that out of your tax or your tax refund, so it doesn't cost you a cent out of pocket.
You can put them as an expense. Yeah. They're an expense, so you would put them as a business expense. So I probably will get an accountant to do it next year, just because it's a headache. And I just really can't be bothered with.
Yeah, I normally just do mine myself online because, my money's from the government for looking after my mother, so they already know about it. It's pre-filled, so I just go online and go, yep, looks good, click finish. Sadly, I've been actually looking for work again, because, funnily enough, cost of living's fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
And we just cannot afford to live on the absolute pittance. Like, my mother gets the disability for being fucked up, and then I get some money to stop her from dying, because apparently it's cheaper to pay me like a quarter of what it would cost to get full-time professionals to look after her.
I know, that's ridiculous. If you're doing the job of somebody else, like, you should be getting paid.
Well, theoretically, I'm doing the job of 3 people full 7 days a week, because I have to be constantly available if she needs something. Fortunately, most of the day she's happy to just sit on her tablet and play silly old woman games, like fucking Candy Crush or some shit. But I do have to hang around, because if she falls over, my stepfather can't pick her up.
Yeah.
He's old and broken too. But yeah, if the government paid professionals to provide, even just to keep an eye on her for full time, it'd cost them like minimum 4 times as much. But yeah, with the cost of everything, I need to supplement my income with actual work, so yay!
Just need to I need to make more YouTube videos. And, squeeze.
I'm making 3 a week.
Trim a bit.
Yeah, I'm making 3 videos a week at the moment, plus the stream.
Good. And let's take.
And then the Sultans.
Yeah, I think that was all there was in there was the letter.
Yeah, isn't that so freaking lovely, though?
So it'll be Christmas next, no doubt. They're gonna.
Oh, of course.
They're gonna take off the menu, because why wouldn't they?
Despite the fact that Christmas isn't really a religious holiday anymore.
How awful. Like, oh no, sorry kids, you can't celebrate Easter because we want to be inclusive. But so we're gonna celebrate everybody else's religious holidays but yours.
Yep.
Okay.
Everyone except the people who were actually friggin' born here. It's so nice. It's so generous of them. You can have your culture as long as you never speak about it in public.
Well, you can't have your culture. That's the thing, you can't have your culture. And if you try and have your culture, then you're far right and you're evil and you should be cancelled.
Well, you can't even have an opinion on immigrants in your own home with the doors locked and the windows closed.
Yeah. Sorry, you've had too much to think.
Yeah, thinking's illegal. Do not think, just consume.
Right, what? Bezek, I sent in call Go the Fuck to Sleep, being read by Honey Hazelhurst.
90 hands. Okay. I've heard of the book. I've never read it, but and I do not know who this person is. I'll Google the person.
Send data from bank to tax center investment account overview and online tax center done. We have special SEP accounts that also help automatically handle taxes. Estonia is considered one of the most aesthetic countries in the world, but I dare you to screw with our Christian holidays. Well, yeah, like, it's unreal.
Mm-hmm.
We have to tolerate everybody else's. You know, bear in mind that, what was it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had Ramadan celebrated in a fucking palace.
Yep.
But Easter, no Easter for you.
Yeah, you can have all this freaking Muslim thing in friggin' Westminster or wherever the fuck it was. But oh no, can't have Easter in a primary school. God forbid that the Muslim kids see a chocolate egg.
Like, this is... It's in the name of, like, inclusivity and tolerance, blah, 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 blah. Like, no. All this is gonna do is breed resentment. Like, if you were trying to have more tolerance and more, like, cohesion and whatnot, you think that this is gonna do that? Like,
well, it's like that Australian politician. It's like that Australian politician that we looked at on Sultan's said. We can't have free speech in Australia because that we wouldn't be able to hold our multicultural society together. Cool. Thanks for just saying that out loud, mate. But thanks for admitting that the only way a multicultural society can work is if the government crushes all dissent and forces the locals to tolerate it.
And then takes away the local stuff, and then it's like, don't you be whinging about that. Like, you just be inclusive of all their things. And it's like, well, maybe don't take our stuff away.
Why is rising? Oh, gee, I fucking wonder. They can see you importing 700,000 people a year, the cost of everything going up, their culture being frigging destroyed, and God forbid they want to have kids. The country's fucking fallen so far since the 90s, and it seems to be accelerating. So why the hell would you be in favour of Australia or England?
Oh god, there we go. Play school host.
I'm familiar with Play School, but the name starts to ring a bell once I associate with Play School. But funnily enough, I stopped watching Play School before I was old enough to care about who the host was.
All bound to the Caliph of Bongistan. Yeah. Played less breed resentment, more breed cabs. I mean, he'll do his breeding stock. He'll do. We can't afford to be fussy.
Now, honestly, at this point, I wonder how much. I think it's just a matter of who can bid the highest to breed kibs, because it sounds like kibs will do anything for $1.
Yeah. Who's? All right, guys. Here's the stretch goal for breeding kib.
I wonder how kibs would react if people started just bidding in the chat. Oh, I'll pay £10,000. No, I'll pay 11,000.
And Kib would be like, "All right, present bum."
Oh no! That's not how breeding kibs works. It's the other way.
Hello, George.
Hello, George. There's the money maker right there.
Yeah. LGM, funny, Aristotle said the exact same thing 2,400 years ago.
Yeah, shocking. Shocking. It's something so obvious that we figured it out 2,500 years ago, but our governments are like, no. What do you mean multiculturalism is bad? Yeah.
George, what are you doing, mate? Stop.
Whatever he wants, apparently.
Stop! Alright, the thing is, our politicians don't care. Let's be honest. No. They are going to get cushy fucking positions somewhere in the EU or the WEF once they've done destroying their own countries. Like, they are getting a big fat fucking paycheck. Like, that's the only...
And, oh, don't forget the fucking pension they get for serving the country. It should be fucking illegal. If those cunts want a pension, it should be illegal for them to ever work again. But no, they'll take my fucking money for the rest of their lives. And then also get paid by the fucking WEF to lie more.
Just like Tony Blair, they fucking wheel him out every 5 minutes to fucking, like, Dr. Evil. How he comes again and say, oh, they've wheeled Tony Blair out for this one. They mean business.
As if he's relevant. Like, they keep rolling out our relevant prime ministers too. It's like, no one cared when this dickhead was in office.
But you know, like, I watched a Liz Truss interview the other day. And now, her interviews are very fucking interesting. Because, like, obviously she worked in pretty much every department of government. And then she worked as Prime Minister. And then she was pretty much fucking code. Like, let's be honest, she was pretty much code.
Pretty much, yeah.
And she was doing this interview and she was talking about how, you know, she worked in these different departments and they could never really get anything done. And she was like, you know, I always just kind of assumed that it was just the individual kind of departments that were having the problems and whatnot. And that it wasn't a sort of widespread problem. She's like, obviously now looking back, like, I was pretty naive. And she's like, but then I got Prime Minister and it's exactly the same and it's by design. Like, Tony Blair has basically, when he was in, he's made everything so, like, the civil sector has all this power and can just clog everything up and overturn everything that the government's trying to do. And so the government's kind of clipped. You know, she's like, I brought out this, I genuinely wanted to try and make people's lives a bit easier with my budget. And, like, it would have worked, and it should have worked. But they made damn sure that it didn't. Like, out comes the, you know, the Bank of England and whatnot. Causes all these problems, and the next thing, you know, she's being ousted. But she was like, you know, I'm glad I did it, even though, you know, it wasn't very nice to be fucking yeeted out of Prime Minister, like, 5 minutes into being Prime Minister. But, like, from what she's learned from it, and that she's now, you know, around, and I think she's done a book on it as well, which might be a very interesting read. But what Tony Blair has seemingly done to the system is, it should be fucking criminal. Because it sounds like, you know, all this kind of, we try and get rid of someone, and then in come the courts, and they're like, oh no, you can't deport them because his son doesn't like the Albanian chicken nuggets. I don't give a fuck what his son likes.
Tough as shit. I really like, this convicted child rapist can't be deported because he might be separated from his family. You know, the people that he raped.
It's like, maybe you should have thought about that before I started raping children. Like, that maybe should have been something that was a consideration for him.
Yeah, well, he won't have to suffer being separated from his family if we separate him into hundreds of thousands of pieces with Mr. Chippy.
You will eat the Albanian chicken nuggets. Yes. But this is the thing, like, apparently, because there was one case, I think it was that one, or it was at least something similar to that, where the government was asked about it, and they're like, no, we agree, like, that person should probably have been, like, dealt with. And they're like, well, they haven't been, because the courts have got in the way again. And this seems to be, like, by design, by, fucking Tony Blair. He's gone in there and he's just made it.
Yeah. Well, what about that fellow who was released accidentally by Starmer, who was in prison for because he breached a protective order of some description, and when he was released, one of the pathologically what is it? I've completely forgotten the word. One of the pathologically freaking naive prison workers gave the guy a lift to the train station, and by the time they reached the train station, he'd already molested her. Pathologically altruistic, that's the word.
Yeah, I remember that. It's ridiculous.
It wasn't even an Uber driver, no, it was someone who worked at the bloody prison.
They said, what? Chopper!
I'm gonna have to send Trim a request to make Mr. Chippy.
Yes. Should we put it on here somewhere? Is that one up there?
Which one is it?
Not sure.
Oh, shockingly, it's the one all the way at the top.
Of course it is. Yay!
Hey! Time lapse!
Oh, that's
Oh, the
nice.
kitty's not in the time lapse.
No, he's not.
Boo!
Oh, there he is!
Boo! Oh, he showed up!
There he is!
So that's why we didn't see him at the start.
Where was that?
Oh yeah, that's not good. I just opened the fridge to get another can of soft drink out, and
Smoky.
carcinogens.
Lord Inquisitor says, okay, allegedly I have secured my refund. A round of applause to you. Good job. Blade, index linked. Roll out John Howard, he'll make the royals listen.
No.
Do you know,
Yes, if they roll out John Howard, he'll friggin' get the JFK treatment.
I'd quite like to see, like, Rupert Lowe and Ben Habib start a party. And for them to bring Liz Truss in, because I don't want to see the right wing get in and then come across the same problems as Liz Truss did. And I think they could really do with her, even as an advisory role, to come in and be like, right, here's the landmines that Tony Blair has left.
And then just invent their own Doge and just excise half the public service.
LGM says,
so-
Tony! In a black impression.
So, the next place we're going to is the Queen of Hearts Court.
Ooh. Are we going to paint the roses red?
I think we're going to wash the mud off them, so yes.
Yeah. Close enough.
Here we go. What have we got here?
Ooh.
Oh, there's the Cheshire Cat just floating in the air.
You know, I think this might be one of the better DLCs. We haven't had a single vehicle. It's all been nice, big, bright, nice maps.
This map... Unless there's something I'm missing, this map seems a... This map could have been a touch larger, possibly.
I mean, it's definitely
Possibly.
not a shitty
It's
little
not a
vehicle, so...
No, well, this is true. It could have been a shitty little vehicle.
Oh, there's a nice
So at least
tower
it's not
over
that.
there. That
Yeah.
must be the castle.
They figured out that if you put... Once again... Oh, I see some sprite trees, but at least they're not in walking distance.
Or you can't walk behind them.
I couldn't believe that level. You could literally walk behind the sprite trees. But almost. Well, it's very dirty up here. But at least everything's a nice bright colour under the mud, so this is probably going to be quite enjoyable. Just mud on white. That'll be easy. Orange.
I found balls.
Uh-oh.
Can we throw them?
They have faces. This one has a face.
You can pick them up, but can you throw them?
No, but I probably respond well to the red.
Be funny if the red paint washed
Oh.
off. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. I don't think it does.
I've got to check.
Well, it kind of does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. It does. Oh, well done, LGM.
We'd be walking around going, what have we missed?
Well, we probably would have seen the mud on them and then been like, woo.
And she's probably like, some little bitch was here fucking painting my roses.
She's going to be so pissed off that the paint's gone. Oh dear, that's hilarious.
I maintain my stance for years that yes minister and yes prime minister should be mandatory watching in school. Tony Blair made it so easy for Sir Humphrey-like people to run the government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But apparently they've made it really difficult if you don't want to, you know, do what Tony Blair wanted you to do.
Like, it really needs to be easier to sack people from the public service.
It doesn't seem to be.
It should be, but...
I mean, somebody really needs to go in and on Tony Blair-fy it.
You need a British Doge.
We do. Well, more than that. Like, it seems to me like he's just put for a whole bunch of policies that's just made it really difficult for anybody to do anything that is, like, outside what he set up to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, the petty little mini Hitlers can't give up the tiny shred of authority they've got. God forbid a public servant loses a little bit of a power. Can't have that. Can't have public servants being servants. They've got to be masters. It's like people in America. All the Democrats are like, I keep waiting for the Trump supporters to say they regret it, but they're just ecstatic. Oh, that's right, George.
Oh my god, somebody made an account the other day, and it's like a brand new account, and it's just somebody being like, I voted for Donald Trump, and now I'm really regretting it. I'm like a 70-year-old woman, and I was so stupid, and blah blah blah, and everybody's just like, mate, that's bullshit. Like,
Pull the other one.
That's clearly a leftist who couldn't find any Trump regrets, and so made their own.
Yep. Apparently a list of people on the pay from the Democrats has come out.
Oh.
And apparently it includes Bleacher's favourite, Harry Sissy.
Well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
No.
At all. Let's be fair.
No. It's never the right people that get punished, is it?
So did you go for the JFK files yet? The ones that I sent you?
No. I haven't gone through too many of them.
Some people had sent me, like, individual pages from it. It sounds like it was indeed quite suspicious.
Shocking! The highly suspicious event that everyone knew was suspicious is in fact suspicious.
I mean, it was the longest conspiracy to headline that we've had in recent date, but I mean, it got there in the end.
chalk that up as another one to the conspiracy theorists.
Best argument. Unfortunately, the minister is the one who gets sacked, not the loyal civil servants. Exactly. Thus showing Doge approach is needed. Extreme cuts to destroy their power and then build it back to what is actually needed. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I don't think he shouldn't have been able to do that in the first place.
No.
Like, he shouldn't be able to sort of take power from the prime minister and government position, like, on a permanent fucking basis, so that the next ones that come along, that's just dodgy. It's just dodgy.
Yeah, there's no legitimate governmental purpose to take the authority away.
Unless you're trying to cement your own stuff in long after your time, which is just, I mean, if nothing else, it's completely against the spirit of the system.
Exactly.
You're supposed to do your time and then hand it over to whoever the people want next. Not kind of cement your own power in through back doors. Like, it's just sketchy. But that does appear to be what's been done. I mean, I'm taking a somewhat uncharitable view of it, but it is Tony Blair, so... And that seems to be how it's functioning.
Well, there's clearly something wrong. I mean, there can't not be. It's like the frigging firearms stuff here. All that is, like, it's basically like, oh, the police minister's discretion. It's not the fucking police minister, it's some wanker working under the police minister. It's like, oh yes, no, we've decided that this gun's actually this type of gun, and all the people who bought it now need to hand it in. We're going to take your property off you because we've magically fucking decided, without an act of parliament, that this gun is actually a different type of gun.
And of course, it's always
Fucking
unelected
fantastic.
people as well, isn't it? Like,
Exactly.
sure, you're elected
It's
the MPs, but the people who actually seem to be making the fucking decisions.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't fucking vote for the police minister. Because they're not even a fucking politician. No one voted for that arsehole. Yeah, it's just unaccountable fucking bureaucrats going, oh no, we've decided.
Hello, EU. Oh, no, but we just voted for the EU because we're horrible racists. It's like, no, maybe I didn't want some fucking foreign, unaccountable fucking body deciding all the rules for us when I can't even fucking vote them out when they're deciding ridiculous things.
You know, I heard that happened to America in the 70s. The 1770s. And they had something to say about that. That's what they're scared of. They're scared of people noticing that the Americans came up with a solution to unaccountable bureaucrats in a different country making decisions on their behalf. They don't want people to notice that. But then all of a sudden when Ukraine gets invaded, and magically Ukraine loosens all their gun laws. What, Israel gets attacked and magically their gun wars get looser. Shocking, isn't it? These people couldn't be trusted before the war, but now that the war is on, oh, now you can trust more people, yes.
I'm sure that some people will get trusted when the government decides to send us over to fight somebody else's war.
Yeah. Yeah, well, remember how Germany decided that they would ban every member of the AfD from owning firearms? Just being a member of the AfD apparently proves you're too dangerous. It's clearly not about actually anything other than punishing them for voting wrong.
Yeah, you voted wrong. Oh, you have different politics to me? Get punished. Like, I don't even know how they should be able to do that based on fucking political party. It's like, yeah, obviously I don't agree with you because I'm a member of a different party.
Mm-hmm. No, they're just insane. Like, Germany has not changed since the 30s. They just got rid of the cool uniforms.
I mean, there could be an argument for if they're, like, a member of some, like, weird fucking, I don't know, weird fucking group or something that's... Or
yeah,
some
the problem is when you say...
or something. But no. It's an actual political party. And it's one of the largest in Germany.
It's like the third largest by active paying membership. And they've turned around and gone, no, all your members, they're banned from this thing.
Basket of
because
deplorables.
Reasons. Yeah. Yeah. It's time for your weekly reminder that Australia does not actually have a Bill of Rights. Not that having a Bill of Rights seems to matter, just ask Canada. Pro tip, if you're writing a Bill of Rights, don't let the government include in fine print at the bottom, all of the above is void at the discretion of the government. The whole point of a Bill of Rights is to stop the government from doing things.
Government doesn't care. Government just gives itself power and whatnot at will.
Mm-hmm. And then they wonder why people on the far right get so angry. Well, gee, take a look at Germany. You've banned every member of an entire political party, something like 30,000 plus paying members, from engaging in an activity purely because of their politics. I can't imagine why they might be angry about that.
Purely because you do not agree with them. Like, you're just trying to deter other people from, like, having an opinion or showing that they have an opinion. You're just going to drive people underground. That's all you're going to do. And then one day you're going to be like, oh, how did we suddenly lose? We were doing so well in the polls.
Just look at America.
Yeah.
We're doing well in the polls.
Oh, Trump's got like a 0% chance of winning.
Polls.
Oh, what's that? There he goes. Oh, how could he have won? I don't understand with Brexit over here.
Predicted this. Yeah,
Brexit
our polls couldn't have
win.
predicted this.
You did though.
Yeah, because the people who agreed wouldn't answer your polls truthfully because they know you scum will come after them. Like, apparently there's a list of frigging Tesla owners out there that's totally not encouraging terrorism. It's like, yeah, I'm sure all the Tesla owners are now thrilled and agree with your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The garden edging used to be red. Used to be. I washed it all off.
The Queen's gonna be so happy with us.
The Queen's gonna be pissed. But she wasn't clear in her instructions. Oh no, the red painted rabbit is also getting washed off.
Alright, what is everybody saying? Blade says, beware Operation Hair Shirt. I think I missed the reference.
I'm not familiar with it, but it sounds like well, what it sounds like. Yeah, I'm not Let's
see. Lord Inquisitor Hector Rex says, the government being corrupt? Well, imagine the state of my fucking shock absorbers. We'll learn to Tom Holman when he's done here. I mean, Canada is busy killing their own citizens when they're sad. Yeah, that's just fucking abysmal.
Oh, I didn't see that because it's in Top Chat. Thank you very fucking much, YouTube.
They're making a powder keg, and I would bet most Tesla owners are lefties. Well, they're gonna claim to be lefties now, aren't they?
They used to be lefties. Yeah. Well, and that's what these idiots don't realise. You're pissing off the people who used to agree with you. Yeah, burn someone's $70,000 car down. Now they're gonna fucking agree with your politics. They'll vote Trump because Trump is going, now we'll put them all in prison, in federal prison for terrorism.
Mm-hmm.
Nan Gardram says, to be fair, the people getting arrested for tests and stuff and their picture slash videos are funny as hell. They really are stupid enough to not understand what is wrong. Well, that's it. The people doing the firebombing are stupid as hell. But the ones making the lists? They know what they're doing. Taking advantage of the stupid people, yes. But,
Useful idiots. George, do you have
I have a point of order, Disco.
Huh?
In regards to this map. These... Oh, fuck. What's the game called again? With the clubs and the mallets? Croquet.
Yeah.
These croquet hoops. Didn't they have feet and hands and heads in the movies?
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, I would like to file an objection. There are not enslaved cards taking the role of croquet hoops.
Yeah, they definitely did. Yeah, they ran about, didn't they?
They did.
Because the queen was like playing the game, and they were just like running into the path so that she won.
Yep. But on the same note, I have found the flamingo croquet mallets. And I would like to file an objection on the fact that they're not living flamingos.
Yeah, they should be wandering around.
They should be. We should be having to chase them to hoist them down.
That'd be pretty funny.
It would be. Lord Inquisitor Rex says the government has taken your objection, rejected it, and labelled you a terrorist. Oh! I didn't realise that this was the game took place in Australia. Or England. There's all these friggin' Americans going, I'm gonna leave and move to Australia. It's like, cool. Can we quickly do a citizenship swap? You come to Australia, I'll go to America, and no take backsies.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the Californians, I'd happily move to California.
It's like Ellen DeGenerate. I'm gonna go to
Degenerate. Was that on purpose?
Yes.
Because it's perfect. It works.
I'm gonna move to the UK. It's like, we don't fucking want it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? There's a monster. Why is there a monster?
You talking about Ellen?
Well, it's okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's terrible.
Hello. Hello.
She asked for mummy.
Mummy's tea. Thank you. Yeah, Mummy's cup.
She's been raised very British. Wants the tea all to herself.
The tea. She does want tea. I actually had to get some decaf tea, just like, because she just wanted to steal mine. I'm like, oh hell no, you having decaffeinated tea? Did you bubble? Did you not? Thanks. Did you not?
And Lord Inquisitor Rex says Rosie O'Donnell is now on the line. Oh my god, she's got to eat all the potatoes. They'll starve.
Yeah, she's getting tired.
You get tired? What's the matter? You boo boo.
She's getting tired.
We mustn't touch the microphone. Lord Inquisitor Rex says, yes, please, you can have all the lefties to Australia and we will welcome you here.
Yeah, why not?
Where's here?
The US, I believe.
Oh, that's fine.
If it wasn't for the Californians...
Australia.
Jack doesn't want to go to Australia. He doesn't like your pets.
Ah, he's much like Trim then.
Yeah.
No, if it wasn't for the Californians, California would be lovely. It's got a very similar climate to large chunks of Australia.
No,
so if it wasn't for the Californians...
Don't touch the keyboard either. You little monkey.
She's got to touch everything. Everything must be touched. The touching shall commence.
She's tired, so she wants cuddles. She's like, I will not stay with Daddy for cuddles. I will come to Mommy for cuddles.
No. She's had enough daddy cuddles now. She wants some more mummy cuddles. Oh dear. Does Daddy also want a nap? Because that sounds like yawning.
Oh yeah, he don't give him ideas. He does like a good nap.
Well, I understand. I enjoy a good nap too. But you'd probably understand that with my sleep schedule.
Well, yes. It's less understandable with Jax.
You know you're probably an adult when you no longer want to avoid a nap. That's how you know you're a grown-up now. When you stop fighting naps.
It's like, sure, I'll go and have me a nice nap.
Yeah.
Gracie,
As a kid, you're like, oh no, I want to play. I do not want to nap. That is not, you're like, oh god, I'd do anything for a nap.
To be honest, she doesn't mind napping. She just like, she'll kind of come running over it in the middle of the day and she's like, see.
But does she not insist that you join her? Someone joins her?
She tends to just have her nap on the sofa, so she'll have a cuddle and she'll fall asleep and then she'll just sort of snooze on the sofa for a bit.
Aw. That's helpful.
Soup. What are you doing? What are you doing, you little monkey? I'm just trying to get on top of this. Aha! Now I'm on top of the throne. It is my fancy chair.
Yeah. This guy's found a throne. She needs a King George to go on the throne.
That's true. Very true.
How do we get up here? Oh, there's an itty bitty the king's throne. It's itty and it's bitty.
Oh yeah, the king was tiny, wasn't he?
Yes. I believe so.
I forgot about that. Gracie, what are you doing? I can't see the screen. You're in front of my face.
Life with a child.
It's a good job she's cute.
Down in front. Yes. That does help
She's
immensely.
cute. It does help, yes. It does help her case. She would need to.
Yeah.
Gracie, where are you going, my darling?
She has ideas, does she? Baby with a plan. God knows what it is.
It's comfortable for anybody.
Is she being like a cat, is she?
Yes.
Just working her way into one of those incredibly uncomfortable positions.
Yeah, pretty much.
Raising a child with bangles. She's going to grow up wild.
Yeah, probably. She's obsessed with the dog at the minute. The dog is the obsession. She gets into his bed with him and she's just like... She takes him all these toys. Like, she seems to know which toys are hers and which ones are his. And she'll carry all his toys over to him and take them to his bed and give them to him. And then gets in his bed with him. She's like, I'm just gonna sit in the doggie's bed with the doggie. now? Where are you going now?
On an adventure. She's clearly going on an adventure.
Blade says Operation Hair Shirt is how to counter an economy drive. You cut the ancillary staff in the minister's office first. No night shift cleaning, only daytime, one private secretary, etc. Ministers normally have after a week or
Probably
two. Right, no.
Sounds like the ministers are a bunch of soft little idiots and need to be fired too.
That's Mummy's mouse. No, don't touch it.
The desk is for Mummy, not for toddlers.
No, don't scratch the microphone. It's not ASMR. No. Wait,
I hope the noise cancelling in OBS is doing a better job than Discord.
Right, where's your daddy? Oh. Your sister bringing you through here when I'm live.
But the child has demands, Disco.
I've got your leggies. She's touching everything, Daddy.
She said she was tired.
I don't care what she said.
Come on then.
Cuddling, pat her up.
I think she's starting to figure out that if she says she's tired, she gets taken to Mummy for cuddles. I think she might be learning.
I think she might.
She might be too smart.
There we go. Right. Sorry, chat. I think she was probably giving you some ASMR. Some microphone petting.
Yeah.
Right, chat didn't notice they were too busy talking politics.
Yeah.
Gretchen says basically when Minister once cuts the civil service, first targets everything the minister likes and or has direct contact. Right, so in the UK you need proper radical populist support. Yeah, that does kind of seem to be the problem, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. There's got to be a better way of handling it. There's got to be some way of just coming in with a wrecking ball going, you know what, no, you don't get to make your own decisions.
Well, from what I'm understanding, it seems to have been Tony Blair that's done this. For the most part. Yeah, probably.
He certainly would have been fully on board with it. Anything to reduce the ability of, well, the people to get what they friggin' want.
Yeah, well, the people don't know what's good for them. He knows what's good for us.
Despite the fact that somehow he manages to know nothing after all these years.
Well, that doesn't matter. He knows best. Like, even if you don't think he knows best, he knows best. And therefore you shushed.
Even with mountains of proof otherwise, he still knows best.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right. Just like John Howard, who brought in GST, took our guns and sent us to war. Our politicians aren't terribly bright here in Australia. Not that any country seems to have intelligent politicians. Well, maybe the Westminster system needs to be burnt to the ground. Because it doesn't seem to be fit for purpose. Then again, its purpose might be to just extract as much money from taxpayers as possible.
I mean, that does seem to be its purpose.
Certainly what it's achieving. It's because it's clearly not about providing actual services.
Not to the people, anyway. Maybe to other people.
What, to foreigners, apparently.
The faraway people.
What I love is all the ads that come on TV about charities going, oh, for just $10 a month, you can feed this person in Africa. It's like, motherfucker, I don't have $10 a month to spare.
I don't have $10 a month. Just feed me.
Mm-hmm.
Question should be, who's still in Africa?
The argument used to be that, oh no, we should look after them while they're in Africa so they don't have to come here. It's like, how about we don't fucking care and just have borders?
No, I don't necessarily care if charities want to do their thing, right? If they want to set up a charity and you want to, if you want to set up a charity, or like, you know, you've got, what is it, Red Nose, whatever, Comic Relief. Like, if you want to do a charity thing, you want to fundraise, and you want to blah, 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 and you want to ask people to donate, fantastic. Carry on, go ahead. Like, because
apparently we've lost connection.
Bezek?
Well, you back, this guy?
Yes. Apparently my internet pooped itself.
I didn't notice. I was just in a full-on rant. Does this guy need an invite?
Yes, please. The internet is pooped. Apparently. Oh, it's back. Right, the stream's back. Good. Internet.
Yeah, stream is back. Yeah. Okay, invite should be sent.
I didn't pay good fucking money for this internet. And it's just